The UK is introducing digital IDs. Now these digital IDs are gonna literally keep you guys broke. And today I'm gonna talk about what the UK are trying to introduce, what it means for you, and why we all should be against this, right? Now let me just give you a quick background on who I am. My name is Alim and I left the UK over 12 months ago. I quit my 9-to-5 job, I moved to Dubai, set up my own online business, and now I make 6 figures a year here in Dubai, right? As you can see, this is where I'm currently. Now I left the UK because the UK was going downhill. Right? There was so much crime, high taxes, poor weather, and I had enough of my life in the UK, and I said, you know what, I'm going to quit my job, I'm going to take the biggest risk, move to Dubai, and just hope I can make something out of myself here. Obviously now, over 12 months later, I now live in Dubai, I'm living life is good, I have freedom, I'm able to do what I want. Now before I left the UK, I remember making videos, just like I'm making right now, telling you guys that the UK is going to get worse, right? And at the time, it was already quite bad, like everyone could see how bad it was. Right, so people were asking me, how can it get worse? How can it get worse than it already is? And I told people, it's going to get worse, just trust me. As soon as that happened, we had the sort of EDL situation, the protests, all of this madness happening, which I have made a video about as well. And this was literally like 2-3 months after I left the UK. Obviously, a lot of more things have been happening, crimes have been going through the roof, people's phones are being stolen, all of that kind of stuff, right? But the UK is now taking it to another level. Now they're introducing digital IDs. And they're saying it's for immigration. They're saying it's for, trying to control immigration and all that kind of stuff. No. It's nothing to do with immigration. It's to do with control. They want to control every single one of you. They want to control everything you do. Now, what does a digital ID mean for you guys? Well, essentially what it means for you guys is that you guys are going to be like a number, like an identifier, right? Which means that the government have control to shut you down at any point. They can stop you doing whatever it is that they want you to stop doing, right? For example, they're going to require digital IDs to book flights. Now, if for whatever reason the government don't want you to book a flight, they will stop you from doing so because it's tied down to you, it's tied down to your digital ID. And they're pushing really hard for companies like Amazon and Facebook requiring it for purchases or even having a Facebook account, right? Which means the UK are literally just trying to control every single person. Now you guys know I talk about freedom a lot on my videos, right? And I talk about you should quit your 9-to-5 job, you should move to Dubai or move to another country, start an online business so you can have freedom. But now with the UK doing this digital ID, you guys are getting further and further trapped, right? Because you're already trapped in your 9-to-5 job. If you guys think you're free already, right now, you're not. Because if you're working a 9-to-5 job, you're already trapped. You're already stuck in the matrix, right? For you to genuinely have freedom and to do what you want, you can't, because you have to go to your job. Otherwise you won't make money, which means that you won't be able to survive, right? Now a lot of people say, no, I'm not enslaved, blah blah blah. Well, you have to wake up when the boss tells you to. You have to go to work when the boss tells you to. You have to do tasks at your job what your boss tells you to. And you have no freedom, especially if you're working like 8 hours or 12 hours a day. What kind of freedom do you have? Because as soon as you go home, most of you are so tired and then you just end up going to sleep just so you can wake up early to go to work the next day. None of you are free, right? Now, just before I continue the video, if you guys are looking to make money online, start your own online business, where I can scale you to 10K a month working with me on a 3-month program, where I'll jump on a call with you every week on a one-to-one basis, click the link in the description below and book in a call with me. And what we'll do is jump on a call and I'll see exactly how I can help you. But guys, we need to come together and go against these digital IDs, because we're not like cattle, right? Like for example, cattle are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's basically what they're trying to do. And again, as I said, a lot of people are already enslaved with your 9-to-5 job. Don't enslave yourself even further by having digital IDs or by being okay with digital IDs. If they do this, I already think that the end of times is here. The UK is really pushing for it. They're really pushing for these digital IDs, which means that you guys will have literally no control. And this is also why electric cars were pushed, right? Because they can turn off your car at any moment. So you guys need to understand the government just want control. They don't want money because they print money. All they want is control. And if you guys don't believe me, look at COVID. What happened when COVID happened? Oh, everyone has to stay indoors. You're not allowed to go outside, X, Y, and Z. Meanwhile, people like Boris Johnson was having parties, right? So they already know that COVID wasn't serious. And look at now, where's COVID gone? Like, it's just disappeared? Doesn't make any sense, right? How can COVID just randomly disappear? Remember how they kind of forced vaccines on people, where you can't travel unless you have a vaccine, and now that rule has suddenly disappeared? So I want you guys to open your eyes, because they will push digital IDs and they will say that it's not mandatory or that it's optional, but you won't be able to do certain things without it. And when they do that, you already know that you're being forced into doing it. You're being coerced into having a digital ID. So I think we all need to come together and fight against the UK government from allowing this to happen, because if this happens, they just have more and more control. And as I mentioned earlier, COVID was the test to see how much we will comply. A lot of us complied, a lot of us took the vaccines like we were told, a lot of us stayed in our houses like we were told, so they know that they can control everyone. So why not have a digital ID and make it even more difficult on what they can and can't do, right? Again, freedom is all you guys need. Money is great, money is a tool that gives you freedom, but freedom is the main thing. Now, if you guys are working a 9-to-5 job, if you guys are watching the news and hearing about this digital ID and you don't want to be a part of this, well, you need to start making money online. You need to start your own online business, because when you start your own online business, you're geographically free. You don't have to go to the UK. You can go somewhere else and stay there, right? Which is what I've done. I've moved to Dubai. So this is why it's so important that you guys start your own online business so you can travel and go to different countries and live your life there and have freedom, right? So again, if you guys need any help with starting your own online business, well, I can scale you to 10K a month working with me on a 3-month program on a one-to-one basis. Click the link in the description below and book in a call with me. And if you're struggling with your mindset, well, click the video that you see on your screen and I'll see you guys there.